Hi everyone, so hearty welcome to our YouTube channel. This YouTube channel is for you. We can give you some of the very important relevant topics, and that way you can learn and can be expertise in those areas. This video we are focusing about ISO 9001-2015 quality management system, practical MBA of ISO within 1 hour. So this 1 hour YouTube video, if you are really attending, focusing, and you are practicing, and if you are continually improving, definitely you will be a master. Something like you achieve MBA in quality management, which one you have to study 2 years, but a less application, and to the context of the organization only. We can apply those knowledge and the tools, methodologies and all. But this 1 hour video is something like wisdom. It's something like a distilled wisdom. So that way you can take it because in this 1 hour video we are going to explain everything about ISO QMS quality management system. So first we can go through a brief history of ISO. ISO was originated in Second World War. Second World War time, you see, the allies, the group of countries joined together, and they are going for the war. In one ammunition factory, a lot of countries join together. They all will have their own national standards, code of practices, manual procedures, SOP, forms, and a lot of documents, but that all creating a lot of complexity, perplexity, ambiguity, and finally what happened, you know, one ammunition factory exploded, and around 200,000 people died in this tragedy. That is, they haven't gone for the war. Before going to the war, in this ammunition factory itself, it exploded, and this disaster happened. So soon after, there were a big summit with all the countries together, and all came in a consensus. We must go for one standard. If too much standards, then what is happening? Something like too many cooks spoil the broth. The same scenario will happen. So we need one standard, one ISO standard. So then this organization was established in 1947. Its headquarters in Geneva, Switzerland, and around 169 countries are the members of this federation of national standard institutions, are the only members of ISO. That's the reason these standards became more famous. So ISO is actually not a short form of organization. Organization name is still International Organization for Standardization. That way its acronym, short form is just IOS, still IOS, but all over the world it's known as ISO. The reason because it's not a short form, it's not a acronym, it's a word itself. It originated from a Greek word, isos, which means equal. What is the message this organization giving to the world? Like one standard, if you are following, the entire world can reach to that international benchmark. So regardless to any product, service, performance, nature of business, any organization can achieve this ISO 9001 2015, which is the advanced version, and any organization can achieve this global benchmark of quality. So entire world not only accepted it as international standard, but each and every country, they signed their multilateral agreement to accept this as their national standard as well. Therefore, 169 countries signed this multilateral agreement, and they all recognized this is not only it's their international standard, but it's their national standard as well. So ISO became the most famous quality management system in the world because it's an international standard. That's why it got it considered as a highly recognized standard, and it's very widely accepted by 169 countries as their national standards, and it's too deeply going through the processes of the organization. Therefore, it going to each and every product and service. That kind of way, ISO got more popularity, and ISO is the most famous quality management system. If your organization is ISO certified, it's like advantage for you. This is like a business passport for your organization. World Trade Organization also giving advantages to the organization who are exporting. So it is in fact relaxing the trade barriers within the countries. So that kind of way, ISO standard day by day is getting famous and popular. So by just attending this 1 hour video, you can be expert in this area. You can be master, you can be an ISO practitioner, you can be a quality professional. So that is the way you have to follow this video. So that is the way this video we have designed. So in this video, like a learning objectives by the famous educational psychologist Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy, which has 7 steps of the learning objectives. In fact, we have revised that one, and in fact this Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy has only 6 steps, but we have added more. I have designed Bastin's taxonomy of competency based learning objectives, which has 13 steps. So I would like to make use of this taxonomy. Each and everyone go through this competency, then everyone can be expertised as a ISO quality professional, ISO quality practitioner, master of quality management system, QA, QC, various positions you can perform. So this taxonomy, as I say that we have limitation within 1 hour, what is called the distilled wisdom. That way I would like to explain to you for your side some passion, some dedication is required, yeah, some commitment, then only you will follow this one step by step, and finally you will be expertised in this area. So this taxonomy, starting with remembering, the first part is remembering certain important points, like you have to study by heart. I am going to tell by heart demonstration what are the important points you would like to learn. That is throughout your life career you can apply. Like quality management principles, we have 7 quality management principles which you have to by heart, 3 major concept and a high level structure, 10 major clause structure, that all you have to by heart. So after this I am going to demonstrate how you can learn by heart, and that way you will get a good foundation of your competency. After that you can go further understanding about what are these management principles, concept, and the high level structure is telling. High level structure has 10 major clauses. Just remember that organization in your table level, from the 10 steps, 10 major clauses, 10 requirements, you will reach to ISO quality excellence benchmark. So it is so easy if you understand each and every management element. Then you can go to the next step, like applying this knowledge. So the most important objective of learning is not acquiring that knowledge in your brain, but it's action. So action makes result. We need action. So you have to do it one by one, each and every management element, then only you will get the result. Okay. After that you can go for the analyzing. Analyzing mainly when we do for what is called find out any NC, non-conformity, you can apply the analytical tools. ISO giving you analytical tools like a fishbone diagram, cause and effect diagram. By drawing that fishbone diagram, you can analyze and find out what are the causes which constitute to make a consequence. So that cause and effect diagram, and further you can go to the root cause analysis, 5Y root cause analysis, and further you can apply causes and consequence diagram, bow tie diagram. So these are actually very helpful analytical tools. That one you can apply, and for that a lot of YouTube videos available, you refer to that one. So you have to start this lifelong learning. So this is an opportunity. Through this 1 hour MBA, practical MBA in ISO course, you start your journey, and it will be a lifelong learning. And you have to understand some synthesis, how to constitute different management elements, interrelated clauses for the application, and usually different type of project scope, you have to focus to different management elements, something like a stringent way to be applied, more rigorous way to be applied. That all you can do through this synthesis. Then you can integrate, because it's a QMS is a system which is integrating, the system itself will have strength and weakness, but the system, like the leadership must take the accountability of the system integration, and the leadership must integrate the system. Then after that, reverse engineering, this is more suitable to a product. For example, like Toyota at the beginning stage, how they did. In fact, they were not a car manufacturer. They were like a manufacturer of the power loom equipments and machines. And they purchased one Ford car from US, and they imported in Japan, and they started to do the reverse engineering. So that way they learn how the US manufacturers making the car, and they started their car manufacturing. So the foundation of Toyota's car manufacturing was based on the reverse engineering knowledge. Then you can go to re-engineering, which is the redesigning, integration and transformation. So that kind of way, we are not only do the reverse engineering, we are redesigning in a better car, and how to make it a better product, that way redesign, and it is integrating all the management elements required for that one, and we are transforming. So that way you apply the re-engineering. Then evaluation stage, ISO has unique internal audit, external audit, systems, procedure. So that one you can follow. Without the conflict of interest, ISO audit report now gaining momentum. ISO using objective evidence, realistic actual evidence, not only the documented evidence alone, not only the people interview evidence alone, further deeply going to the reality and existing evidence. That means really that product has been produced, that service has been done. Then you can go to the improvement area. So when you are focusing, you have interest, you will know how to improvise your product and service. Then you can go to innovation. Innovation is more radical change, more substantial change, more for the enhancing the customer satisfaction in a exceeding expectation level. From 100-degree, we consider like meeting the needs and expectation as per ISO, but this one is exceeding to 110-degree. From the 120, 30, 40, 50, that way it goes on. More I explain at the major clause number 10, improvement time. Yeah. Then after creation is like so difficult part, actually, by your experience, research and development and knowledge, certain things and a certain idea, product, service, you can do your own creation. And finally, the 13th step is the you are able to do all the levels 1 to 12, and also you can train other people, more authoritative knowledge, more insight, practical wisdom you achieve. Then you can train other people. You are being a trainer. You are being an ISO trainer. That is the highest level of this Bastian's taxonomy of competency based on the learning objectives in a 13 level. So that one throughout you practice not only within your organization, your lifelong learning continues and be expertised as an ISO quality professional. You have to learn by heart 7 quality management principles. In fact, QMS is standing on these 7 principles. What are these 7 principles? The first principle, customer focus. Second principle, leadership. Third principle, engagement of people. Fourth principle, process approach. Fifth principle, improvement. Sixth principle, evidence-based decision making. And seventh principle, relationship management. So these 7 principles first you have to learn by heart. Next thing, you have to by heart 3 major management concepts. In fact, this entire standard designed by 3 management concepts. What are these 3 management concepts? The first one is process approach. Second one is PDCA methodology, plan, do, check, act, cycle, which is the core methodology ISO is using. And the third one is risk-based thinking. Risk-based thinking, in this version, the first time ISO addressing not only the negative aspect but the positive side of the risk, which is opportunities. Like sometime risk is actually giving you a chance of like a new market, new methodology, new product, new service, and that kind of way you can create a new market also, more financial income, because you are addressing the positive side of the risk also. So these 3 major concepts you have to by heart. Then 10 major clauses, which is called HLS, high level structure. Now ISO QMS, this HLS high level structure, which consists of the 10 major clauses, which is actually using as a foundation for all other management systems, like ISO 14001 environment management system, then ISO 45001 occupational health and safety management system, ISO 22000 food safety management system, ISO 50001 energy efficiency management system. Whatever the management system, now they are following on this foundation of the HLS, which is the high level structure, has 10 major clauses. So you have to learn by heart these 10 major clauses, and it has 28 sub clauses and 38 sub clauses. Clauses like requirements, which is like a management element, which is the one actually making your organization in a quality benchmark level. So it's like a steps, like ISO highest priority, like a consistency, then continual improvement, consistency, continual improvement. So it's like a series of steps. You can easily achieve this ISO standard. So now I am going to tell you, like all the auditors, all the consultants, all the ISO practitioners all over the world, easily they communicate with these clause numbers. These 10 major clauses, 28 sub clauses and 38 sub clauses. Now I am going to tell you by heart. So you can learn this one easily, because these are very powerful, effective management elements. Even though this standard is consists of only 20 pages, but it is designed, it is written by the world famous the quality thinkers and the professionals, consultants and auditors, representing by their own countries, and they all join together by 3 years review, debate, draft, working draft, then final draft and voting. 70% votes required. 70% of the country national standard institutions voted. Then we are reaching to this common consensus, and that is the way ISO published this standard. So these all the 76 management elements, if you are learning by heart, that will be helpful. Then easily you can apply this one. Whatever the product, service, performance in the world, somewhere you can find out any issue, problem, you can find out the NC non-conformity, then you can yourself think which clause number requirement they are not fulfilling. That's the reason this non-conformity happened. That is the way we can go for corrective action. So that's why these each and every management elements very powerful, and that's why it is worthy if you can learn by heart. So now I am going to tell you by heart. I am not looking at any support prompter. Trust me, I am going to tell by heart. The clause number 1, scope. Clause number 2, normative reference. Clause number 3, terms and definition. Clause number 4 is context, which has 4 sub-clauses. Organization and its context, needs and expectations of the interested parties, scope of quality management system and its processes. Number 5 is leadership. Leadership as 5.1, leadership and commitment, which has 2 sub-clauses like general and customer focus. 5.2 is policy. It has 2 sub-clauses like developing of the quality policy and communicating the quality policy. And 5.3 roles, responsibilities and authorities. 6 is planning, addressing to risk and opportunities, quality objectives and planning to achieve them, and 6.3 is planning of changes. 7 is support. 7.1 is resources, which has 6 sub-clauses: general, people, infrastructure, environment for operation of the processes, monitoring and measuring resources, organizational knowledge. 7.2 competency, 7.3 awareness, 7.4 communication, 7.5 documentation, which has 3 sub-clauses like general, creating and updating the documented information, control of documents. Then 8 is operation. 8.1 operational planning and control. 8.2 requirements of product and services, which has 4 sub-clauses: customer communication, determination of requirements, review of the requirements, changes of the product and services. 8.3 design and development, which has 6 sub-clauses: general, planning, input, control, output, design and development changes. 8.4 control of external providers of the processes, product and services, which has three subclauses: general, type and extent of the control, information to external providers. 8.5 production and service provision. 8.5.1 production and service control. Then customer identification and traceability, customer property preservation, post-delivery activities, release of the the changes of the product and service. Then 8.6 release of the product and services. 8.7 is control of non-conforming product and services. 9 is performance evaluation, monitoring, measuring, analysis and evaluation, which has three steps, like general, customer satisfaction, analysis and evaluation. 9.2 internal audit. 9.3 management review, general, input, output. 10 is improvement. It has three subclauses: 10.1 general, 10.2 non-conformities and corrective action, 10.3 continual improvement. So these are the 76 management elements you have to by heart, which will be useful because from your brain directly these management elements coming, then easily you can manage your organization, whatever the product, service, performance, how to realize it, how to fulfill the requirements, and how to improve it, and some area we are failing, and how this failure happening, like why we are not able to achieve this quality of the product and service or performance, because this particular management element is not fulfilling, that we can understand easily, and we can find out this non-conformity and can go for the corrective action. The second step of our revised taxonomy of educational objectives is like understanding about what you learn by heart. Yeah. So these 7 quality management principles, which all you can take into consideration to formulate for your quality policy, so that you are going to apply it, you are going to practice it. So quality policy is like your overall stand, your intention, your the directions. So that kind of way you can take it, all the quality management principles you can translate into quality policy. That is the way we are going to practice it. Then these 3 major concepts always you must understand. Process approach, it is like anything we have to say is a process. It needs 3 things. What are the 3 things? there must have input activities and output, then only we can call it as a process. So also using this concept of the process as an approach, in that one it has a slight difference from process to process approach. You have to understand that entire organizations, in fact, they are working in a process way, like for example, the raw material arriving, that is input, you are doing the activities, interrelated activities, that is the way you are making the product and services or performances, then the result came out, that is the output. But this process approach is not like the flow like 1, 2, 3. Instead of that 1, 3, 2. That means the moment the input you are getting, like the requirements from a contract, from a purchase order, from a work order, or whatever may be, the requirements, the moment you are getting, you don't have to immediately jump into the action. Instead of that one, you visualize for a better result. What kind of way we are going to make this product service performance, you visualize, and this visualization, if it is happening, that makes result, customer will be satisfied, customer satisfaction can be enhanced. So that kind of way you visualize for your good future. Yeah. Then in order to achieve this one, you have to organize the activities. For that we have a methodology, PDCA methodology, which is actually originated by an American scientist, statistician. His name is William Edward Deming. Deming taught this PDCA methodology in 1930s that time, but the US rejected that methodology. Then World War happened, Second World War happened, and Japan was totally devastated. Then Japanese government decided to revive their industry. So that time they invited lot of scholars from outside the world, and Deming was one among them. And Deming taught Japanese this methodology of plan, do, check, act is a cycle. So Japanese people that time, they don't have any methodology or any system, so they all embraced, they taken into the heart the Japanese industry totally. They organized according to the plan, do, check, act, so PDCA methodology. And many times they failed, so each time like a phoenix bird, they all like revived from the ash, and they started this cycle, plan, do, check, act again and again. And 1970s they reached some level, but still the rest of the world rejected Japanese products. 1980s the scenario changed. Japanese products gained momentum, and they started to beat US and European products in their markets, like car manufacturing, household items like a TV, fridge, washing machine, everything Japanese started to dominate, and the Japanese reached to hallmark of quality excellence, and that is the way the GDP that time of Japan increased, and they became the second GDP in the world, and Japan became one of the advanced countries, one of the G7 countries. So I so realized this advantage of PDCA cycle. That's why I saw for the quality management system, I so taken this concept of the PDCA into the heart of the ISO. So everyone with ISO you can manage your QMS. Without PDCA you cannot manage your organization. So plan, do, check, act, everyone by heart, and continually practice again and again. And you see, Japanese took around 30 years to reach to that level. I think that the beginning stages, the quality objectives were not set so higher, so they were very shallow level only. They fixed their objectives. That's why proportionately only they achieved. But later they raised their quality objectives to higher level to beat the US and European products. That kind of level they set their quality objectives higher level. So your organization also you have to think about setting your quality objectives more higher. Then only your PDCA will be more challenging, more advanced planning required, more advanced doing as per the plan, more checking your performance evaluation to be more stringent, and corrective action also you have to make it a more rigorous way. So PDCA is a proven secret of success of the Japanese, and still Japanese regard as a quality icon as Deming. Deming's name, every year Japanese give highest quality excellence awards to the organizations. So this PDCA concept everyone by heart and apply. Then risk-based thinking, which is like the new version added this risk management, not only negative but positive side. So you can practice the FMEA, failure mode effect analysis. That is a very comprehensive risk management program. There are three parts: risk identification is there, risk assessment is there, risk control is there, which is the most useful part of risk management. By that way, the high risk to your product and services can eliminate or mitigate or subside into green zone, like acceptable level. That kind of way you can bring down the risk level. So these three major concepts you would understand. Then these 10 major management elements. In that 1, 2, 3 are not auditable, which are just introductory only. That's why that is for your understanding. Number 4 onwards, you have to show the objective evidence. You have to show that you are really practicing, and it will be audited. So 4 onwards, you have to give more focus to make like a objective evidence of your implementation. So number 4 is context. Context is like the situation. What is the importance of the situation? You see, the product and service must be like acceptable to the market. various parties involved, various stakeholders, interested parties are involved. We have to understand the needs and expectations of each and every party related to this particular product, service and performance, and we have to try to address all these parties in a balanced way. So that is the reason, like context is very important. In fact, we are not alone. We have competitors. The competition is now very strong. So strategically, qualitatively, we have to be ahead. So that way we have to design our product. For understanding the context of the organization, you can apply two tools. One is your SWOT analysis, strength, weakness, opportunities and threat, and another one is PESTEL analysis, political, economical, social, technological, legal and environmental perspective. You can think about what are the needs and expectations of the interested parties. In fact, we developed our strategic context management form for all the ISO practitioners, which has not only 6 parties from the PESTEL. In the MBA books you can see only PESTEL, but our strategic context management has 23 parties, and still you can add more and more parties if it is relevant and important to your nature of business and product and service. You can add that parties needs and expectations to be considered. So that kind of way we have enhanced it. So we must address to the needs and expectation and the market perception, and the market trend is changing, so we also must change. You see Samsung Note 7 very ambitiously launched, but unfortunately it started to explode and it was blacklisted in the airports. When you go for the SWOT analysis and PESTEL analysis, you understand that that time the market trend was for a slim phone, and Samsung has to update the technology, otherwise the phone will be more thicker, which the market will reject. So they have done their SWOT analysis and PESTEL analysis, but they haven't taken the strategic action how to manage this situation, how to update this technology and make it in a slim phone, the dimension to be ergonomically to be redesigned, and that part they unable to see the real situation of the context. So that's why it happened, and now it has been addressed, and they are relaunching better and better phones now. So context is very important to your product service performance to that particular market. Okay, so that is important point. Then the next is leadership. For that your top management has to formulate a vision statement. Vision, like where you want to reach, and mission, what great things you are going to do to make the product and service in a consistency and continual improvement, that you have to reflect in the words, and your quality policy, which is a documented statement, which is your commitment, which is your attitude, which is your approach. That is the way you have to take it in. And quality objectives KPIs, key performance indicators you have to set it, like customer satisfaction to enhance, and customer complaint to reduce, and delivery performance to make it 100% to meet all the deadlines. You can use a tool called SMART, specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time bounded, to set your KPIs very meaningful, useful and achievable target. That way you can apply that one. Then like you can go through your planning. Planning, actually risk management I already mentioned. FMEA, a lot of videos available. You can watch those videos and you can be expertised. And your quality objectives, as I say, you can set by SMART. And planning of changes, management of changes, what kind of procedure and what kind of things you will do to manage the change. Change is only constant, change is only unchanged. That way you have to address the change, and that way you have to manage the change. Then the 7 is support the resource management. So you have to provide all the resources required to fulfill the product and services in a consistency and continual improvement way. Then your operation, that is the most complex part. Within that operation itself, you can apply plan, do, check, act. PDCA, like unlimited application. So within this clause number 8 is operation itself, you can apply PDCA, plan, do, check, act. That way you can manage any project, any product, any service, any contracts, anything you can manage by plan, do, check, act. So you can manage. Then you are going to the performance evaluation. ISO way of performance evaluation has 3 layers. First layer, your QC checklist, the forms checklist you can apply, the final QC and all. Above that you have the internal auditor report. Internal auditors, without any conflict of interest, they are verifying and they are finding out the objective evidence, and if anything they insist to do the corrective action. That way PDCA is completed. Then the third layer, above that, internal auditors actually must report to top management for their review. So top management reassessing the scenario and where are we now, where we want to reach, what are the follow-up action we have to do it. That all will be put in the minutes of meeting. It will be documented way. So that is the way the clause number 9 is performed. Clause number 10 is improvement. For that we have so many methods of improvement. We have innovation. I am the author of this handbook of innovation. So that way you can improve your product and services. Then reorganizing the structure, re-engineering, reprocessing, all will be helpful to make improvement. And improvement, you take it as a strategy, as a constant strategy of ISO, which makes you always ahead, especially while you are in the competition. So these are the way you have to understand, and you have to apply this one. When you go into the application, you have to apply with the QA QC way. quality assurance and quality control way. That is the way ISO is actually designed this implementation. So we have evidence of what we are doing, and it will be verifiable by the checklist and internal audit. So that way ISO system very stringent way applying this QA/QC in a rigorous way. After the application, you can reach to the next level of analyzing. So various type of analysis you can conduct it. In fact, your cause and effect diagrams, fishbone diagram, you can use it, or root cause analysis you can do 5Y application. There are a lot of YouTube videos available, causes and consequence diagrams, bow tie analysis, all the analytical tools you can use to understand what is the level of your performance. Then you can conduct a customer satisfaction survey also. In that one, customer giving you rating. That way, some area we achieved excellence, 100% marks, some area 90, 80. So we can address why customer is not giving that particular point in your questionnaire, why they are not giving that much rating. We can understand there we need to do our corrective action and continual improvement. That way we have to take it. So after this analysis, like you have to evaluate your lost tender analysis you can do, and you can evaluate why you lost the tender, why customer rejected us, what are the customer complaints, and we can evaluate. We have to understand where are we now and what we have to do. So for the evaluation, ISO has its one of the best tools, like internal auditing. So internal auditors, without any conflict of interest, impartial way, unbiased way, they find out the evidence. Usually they focus to 3P evidence. We simply speaking 3P, paper, people, practice. Next step of our taxonomy of educational objectives, as I mentioned to you, this YouTube video we designed as per Bastin's taxonomy of educational objectives, which has one step more than Benjamin Bloom's taxonomy, which we have added the sixth step, innovation. So we are in Industrial Revolution 4.0. The tools of this Industrial Revolution 4.0 already started to apply. You see the artificial intelligence applications a lot now. Then you can see that computer robotics, you can see the Internet of Things, and the data based like the economy you can see. So all these Revolution 4.0 tools you can apply to enhance your product, your services and your performance in a always better and better, because the customer would like to get a better product. You see in the clause number 10.1, ISO clearly says that innovation is one of the ways of improvement. In fact, innovation is radical change. which makes like a substantial change to your product and service, which will enhance your customer satisfaction better degree. ISO usually measuring like 100% marks the rating given, excellence we are giving if a product or service which is meeting 100% needs and expectations of the customers. But innovation is actually more enhancing. This is actually the degree of the newness of the characteristics of the product or service or performance by radical positive change to enhance the customer satisfaction in higher degrees. So what kind of degree for the innovation? Innovation has another 5 steps, like in our handbook of innovation it's clearly illustrated, like you can exceed the 100% level, you can exceed the needs and expectations of the customers. That is the market perception. So then in the market your product will be an extraordinary product. That customer will give you the rating which is actually exceeding their expectation. They may give you 110%. From there you can go to the next step, like your product will be the customer, the market, they will give the opinion that this is an exceptional product. So that exceptional product they may give you the rating 120%. And from there you can further you can do innovation and satisfy customer needs and expectation and exceed it, and you may reach to the level the market will give the opinion that this is the desired product and services. So they may give you 130%, and from there you can further exceed. The customer will give you the rating 140%, which they will say that very surprising product because you added quality, surprise elements, characteristics you added, that way you produced your product and services. So further you can exceed to the innovation to 150%, they will give the opinion. Then they will say this is unbelievable product because this is really super. So that is the way they give you the 150%. Why we are doing this all? Dedication and commitment for customer satisfaction, because that is the way your product is gaining more market share. In fact, while you are reaching to this level, you can get a more market share, more marketability your product and service. Even though you are not spending money for marketing, this word of mouth, the customers will give their good opinion, your brands will get a added value. That way you can continue this innovation. In fact, there is no finish line for innovation. This is going like customer perception again and again. By the time change, their perception also change. They all require better and better always. This is a natural inclination of a human being. They always look for better and better product. So we also must improve. That's why ISO has this constant strategy of improvement, which has various ways of improvements and provided, like whatever the improvement you do, whatever the characteristics you added to your product, service and performance, that all enhancing customer satisfaction. Something like Albert Einstein said, imagination is higher than knowledge. If your imagination is really working, you can make a better and better product. Then customer will be more satisfied, they will be happy, and this ISO will be very worthy for your organization because you are enhancing customer satisfaction. That way you will gain more financial growth. That way you can export your product and services to more countries, and that way this market volume also increasing. So that all happening by this ISO way of management system and its process and application. Then we are reaching to the creation, creativity, something new product, new service, new process, new methodology. So far the world not experienced that kind of level, you can reach it. So that is the 7th level of educational objectives by this YouTube video. For that you need to do a lot of obsession, lot of focus, concentration, lot of energy, dedication, your passion, your research and development, and your interest, and by understanding the real necessity of the product and service, the latent requirements. What are the latent requirements? Like that requirements are existing, but it is not clearly expressed by the customer. But definitely if you make that product, it will be meeting their latent requirements. Then that product is being a necessity for the customer. Without this product, without this service, without this performance, we cannot live. In fact, that is enhancing quality of life. So there is no finish line for quality. There is no limitation. You can do creation, creativity always, and ISO is a journey which has we haven't reached to the perfection yet. We don't know where is the perfection level. The moment we say this is the perfection level, the customer perception going beyond this perfection level. So only the way by continual improvement, you have to produce always better and better product and services, and entire organizational QMS system in a journey, in a continual improvement cycle, plan, do, check, act cycle. That way it rotating and rotating, and it makes you always like a everlasting that kind of way, a continual improvement journey. So these are the way you have to more obsession and more practice, then you will learn lot of knowledge and insight and wisdom. By your experience and by skills, you also can develop a lot of innovative tools which will enhancing your product and service. You can create a new product service methodology. There is no limitation, sky is the limit. So that kind of way you have to take this ISO as a successful formula for your organization. In fact, more and more you are learning and understanding and applying, more transformation quality transformation will happen to you, and you will be really a quality professional, quality practitioner, and in that kind of way always you can add value to your organization's product, services and performance. To conclude this video, practice makes perfect. This ISO management system itself like a continual improvement, practicing more and more, that gives your organization a upper hand, especially at this competition world. And whatever your comments are welcome, positive and negative comments. In fact, that all helping us, our organization itself, ISO certified organization. So customer compliments the positive, also we accept, and customer complaints as well, negative complaints also, we take it as a risk prevention advice from you, and we address, because we also is ISO certified organization, and within the system we have the corrective action. This corrective action tool itself, we added value, and now we revised it, so we practice ourselves, we do corrective action. So whatever the difficulty when you are experiencing, or whatever your doubt, questions, everything, you can express through emails and all. So we, as a ISO certified organization, we take each and every your valuable point, suggestion, as we provide our service also with the customer care, with the customer expectations to be enhanced in such a way, and that kind of way make this video useful for your practice. All the best. Thank you.